you all hear me? Good, right. Okay, the Society is a charity composed of the Fellowship, and we engage in and support conservation, research and dissemination of knowledge derived from material remains of the past for the benefit of the public. And that is a very important point to bear in mind. What are our challenges? Well, as usual through our 300-year history, we've usually got too many commitments and not enough money. We need to secure the public support for the care and research of our past. So what have we done about it in the year just finished, and what are we doing about it in the future? Well, our strategy that the Council has focused on is to refocus on the Fellowship, improve engagement, improve communications, focus on our core activities, as Stephen's been talking about, make the Society more public-facing, and improve the Society's finances by greater efficiency and increased fundraising. So I'll just whip through what we've done this year, some highlights. This is just very, very much a snapshot. Kelmscott, we've refurbished and relet number 1 Manor Cottage, a grade 2-star listed building that we own. John Madison and Merlin have completed our conservation management plan at Kelmscott, which is a major advance. We've distributed nearly £20,000 in conservation grants, and we have undertaken considerable amounts of work on conserving our picture collection, supported by grants from other donations from fellows and other supporters. Research. We've held 2 research seminars and a major 2-day conference with other partners in the heritage sector, which was a major event with a public debate. The library, some researchers discovered that one of the copies of Magna Carta that we hold in the Black Book of Peterborough is in fact an early draft of the 1250 Charter and will be one of the star exhibits in our exhibition in 2015. And our grant programme distributed nearly £55,000 in research grants, a small sum, particularly in terms of commercial archaeology, but actually very significant in the terms of the sorts of projects that we fund, research projects we fund in other areas of archaeology, in particular in this country. Dissemination. We now have a very successful public lecture series. This is a piece of medieval graffiti from Norfolk, the Medieval Graffiti in Churches project. We had 20,000 visitors and 100 volunteers at Kelmscott. We continue to make loans to other institutions such as the Stonehenge Visitor Centre and to Exhibition in Bern. And of course our publications, there's the award-winning Inventory of Henry VIII Volume 2, which was published this year. Consultation on public policy and heritage issues continues, and we held a very interesting debate with representatives from the main political parties here back in October. Now all this needs to be supported, as Stephen has said, by our subscriptions and by our investments, but also increasingly by our external funding and support from other people, such as the Friends of Kelmscott Manor, increasing our commercial room hire at Burnton House in partnership with Create, and that photograph is of this room set out as a dining room, and it looked absolutely fantastic. And also boosting our research grants, and Tristan Hilgarth, FSA Fellow and supporter of the Society, has contributed £15,000 towards support of a 3-year project, which has been awarded this year to the West Tisbury project, and you see a lovely Romano British leopard there, which has been collected from that project. But also we need applications to Heritage Lottery Fund, the Arts Council, trust funds, grant-giving bodies, and other individuals. For instance, the artist in residence at Kelmscott Manor this year is a major step forward. An artist will produce work inspired by William Morris, and that project's been sponsored by the Arts Council England, the Research Centre in Humanities at Oxford University, NADFAS, the Company of Arts Scholars, the Radcliffe Trust, and Geoffrey Bond Fellow. So a collaborative effort to produce something really new and innovative at Kelmscott Manor. So what are we doing about securing our future? Well, the next 5 years, Council is developing a 5-year strategic plan to increase public engagement. And what will we do and how will we fund it? Well, we are improving communications by launching our brand new website today. It is in the process of transferring from one set of servers to another. There will be problems with it. We've already had one fellow ringing very angrily about not being able to log on to the website. That's because it's actually migrating as we speak. So bear with us. If the Obamacare project in America can take a while to succeed, then bear with us, please. And that was actually managed by Renee there. It's a major task to update the website. We are planning to seek assistance with public engagement and business planning and modernising the statutes through a HLF application for transition funding. And we also want to develop and expand our network of regional fellows groups with clear governance links to the society. We want to become more proactive, engaging with public policy initiatives. We'll develop our own policy positions, and that's incredibly important because we are a truly independent voice in the heritage sector, and we receive no government money and no money from anybody at the moment, other than through bodies which are concerned with increasing public engagement, which is something we thoroughly agree with. We are planning a series of public exhibitions. In 2014 there will be a pilot exhibition here where we will allow the public in to see our picture collection, and there will be a series of public lectures to accompany it. We will use the experience from that to help form our application to the HLF for a 3-year programme of exhibitions starting in 2015, centred on our copies of Magna Carta, and to coincide with the 800th anniversary of the sealing of the Charter. In 2014 we'll continue the development of the 5-year master plan for Kelmscott, building on the conservation management plan. We have developed a new vision for Kelmscott Manor, which will encompass the village, the villagers, the landscape and the estate. We have an estate of 12.5 acres and 13 listed buildings, not just the house itself and the museum. And we want to put the interests of the society at the heart of Kelmscott, and look at the past as exemplified by Kelmscott Manor and the estate through the eyes of William Morris. So putting it bluntly, what Kelmscott Manor did to William Morris rather than at present what William Morris did to Kelmscott Manor. And in 2015 we need to renew our lease on Burnton House for further 10 years to secure our base in London for our public engagement and as a home for the library and our collection. But we must acknowledge that, of course, that means that our plans, we must plan to meet increasing rent and repair costs. We can only achieve those objectives with your help and crucially, your involvement. And finally, I just want to say one thing personally on behalf of myself and the staff. And that is, this is Morris's last meeting as president. He has been a magnificent president. This shows Morris in action, talking to members of the public about our wonderful picture collection. I think this is in America. And the enthusiasm he's brought to that has been wonderful. But I just wanted to show you the other side of Morris, who's acted as a great president in always having the concerns of society at heart and its governance. And he's done that by posing very awkward questions to me on occasions as General Secretary and Chief Executive. And here you can see him posing a very awkward question to me at Kelmscott Manor And I'm thinking about that, but fortunately John Madison, who was here, was in the act of bailing me out as I was thinking of that. And I just want to finish by saying Maurice has been a fantastic president, and we've been extremely, extremely lucky to have him. Thank you very much.